Hello, beautiful Capricorn seeker. Welcome back to the Existential Shift. If you're new to my channel, thank you for being here. My name is Morgane. This will be your tarot scope for the month of December. It's for different placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, basically for what you feel like is either triggered or you just want to know more about that specific placement, or even just intuitively guided. You know, maybe the caption caught your eye. Either way, this is either yours or it isn't. You make that call. Okay, Capricorn? All right. I'm working with the After Tarot today because I missed them. I haven't been working with them for a while. So let's see what's up. And let's get to this. Capricorns for December, please. Happy holidays. Don't work too hard. Take a breather. Nine of Wands, you're like, no, I can't. What are you talking about? I can't take a breather. There are some things I need to take care of. I need to take care of business. Don't burn out, Cappy. Don't burn yourself out. I know you feel like you're walking on a tightrope. It's not something you can sit on. When you sit on a tightrope, you fall. You have to constantly be conscious, aware, focused, and in movement to get through it. And some of you out there feel like their entire life is one big tightrope. You have got to ease the stress. There's a lot of pressure on your chest I'm getting for some of you, and simply on your mind. Not everything is your responsibility, Capricorn. The sign of so much power sometimes let other people control you. In the name of remaining in control, you allow people to control you. That's the irony. What will people think? I need to stay under control. But because you care so much about what people might think and needing to stay under control, you are being controlled by your environment. Of course, this isn't for all of you, but it's for sure for some of you. Death card and Queen of Pentacles. Here we have the Scorpio-Taurus axis. Some of you are feeling like you're holding on through a long change process, a transition of some sort that has been taking a while for some of you, less or more, and has been taking some sort of toll. But now it seems like, especially with your season coming, towards Capricorn season. Happy birthday to your early Capricorns, by the way. Congratulations. But when Earth will come back to rule, when the sun will be in your sign, it will be the birth of this you emerging from this very long period of transition / waiting. Some of you have been waiting for something for a while that has been taking some time, and some of you has just been pushing through some sort of situation. For some of you, it's grief. For some of you, it's a bridge. It's a change. If there's one thing that all of us have in common right now, it's that we're very close to the end part of the tightrope of the bridge, where this new world that we're supposed to be living is right around the corner. We can see it. It's just the final steps, the last mile. And to have the Queen of Pentacles right after it, That's very good. That's really good for you, Capricorn. It's really being in your strength and in your safety and in your security. It's an energy that allows you to breathe and be calm and feel safe. But I can't help but notice that this Queen of Pentacles is turning her back to the Death card, which is turning its back to her. It's almost like, so for some of you, it's the good aspect of, okay, enough with the transition, time to be birthed, time to go back to feeling alive, time to go back to feeling safe, time to really anchor ourselves and feel rooted. This could be past energy, and now you might be in the Queen of Pentacles energy where you, okay, this is my place. Or you're right, you're about to really reach it in January, between January to May. But for some of you, it's turning your back to the transformation that you are called to go through. It's saying, no, I don't want to change. 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 Sorry about that, neighbors. Because why would you talk when you can shout? I mean, makes sense. I felt like a Cappy Virgo energy now. Don't get me wrong, I have that in me. I'm the one who said it. Why would you talk when you can shout? So sarcastic, love it. If you are refusing to go through a certain transition, Capricorn, you can just look at it. If you battle off the Death card, aka the transformation, you will stay in stagnation and, you know, injured warrior type of energy that constantly feels like someone is looking behind their, like they need to look behind their shoulder because someone is around the corner lurking at them or something. Like they constantly need to be prepared for the next hit. Instead, you can live in serenity and comfort. But that part, that serenity and comfort is across the bridge. It's when you get off the tightrope, and you can only get off the tightrope when you finish the walk. The last mile is the hardest part. Where you can see the promised land, where you can see where you can finally sit and be calm. So psychologically, you're like, maybe I'm already there. And then you sit and you're like, oh, no, I'm not yet. If change comes to you, embrace it. Don't fight it. If something has recently or is currently happening in a way that wasn't anticipated, or you've expected something else, you may be looking at it as a curveball, but it's actually a redirection, a guidance to a better place for you. Try to look at it as a road sign, not a roadblock. Because there's so much life after it. In abundance. For some of you, it's these past 3 months because Scorpio season, Sag season, Cap season, right? So for some of you, I know I'm repeating myself, whatever transition it is that you're going through, it will, too much, it will finalize and come to pass January. Uranus is going direct in the first week of January. I think it's January 8th or something like that. I'm not sure, but in the first third of January. And it's going direct in Taurus. I think Uranus retrograding in Taurus has affected you in a way. Maybe you have strong Taurus placements. Maybe this is about a Taurus in your life, but either way, it has affected you. It kind of, for some of you, it feels like it caught you in a loop of some sort, a loop of transition where you were feeling like you're changing, but you can't seem to see the end game. Well, now you're seeing it. Just a few more steps, Cappy. Just a few more steps, and if something comes and surprises you and forces you to take a turn or a redirection, it's really for your benefit. Take this as like as an encouragement that it's a good sign that it's trying to lead you somewhere good for you. Okay? I'm going to give an extreme example. I'm not saying that's what is happening. It's just a good example that comes to my head. Say you're getting fired from a job, or you feel like you have no choice but to leave because they are cornering you in some way. And it seems like the end of the world because that job was something that, it was your bread and butter, and don't take Capricorn's bread and butter. I know I'm a Taurus, I'm relating, I'm not shading. If I'm shading you, I'm shading myself, right? If that happens, for example, it's because you are meant to do something much better for you, that will give you much better stability and will be better for your health and emotional and psychological well-being. You insisted on something that wasn't good for you, okay? For example, that's just an example. I'm not saying you're gonna get fired. I'm saying it's just an example of an if. I love you guys. I'm trying to calm you down. Ace of Wands, even better. So there is a new beginning after a long period of transition. And it feels so good. It feels like there's so much life happening. It's gonna spark a brand new path for you. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Wands right after Death card. That's amazing. Especially after the Nine of Wands. It's like, to have the Ace of Wands, it's like, okay, a cycle is really completed. Really done well. And whatever new path it is that you're embarking on, it's going to open up so many other things that you didn't even know vicariously, like inspiration, for example. You'll suddenly get really, really inspired, and you'll have great new ideas. Could be either creative, spiritual ideas, could be a sense of self and how you want to dress up and how you want to show yourself in the world. Could be a new hairstyling. It could be new career direction. It could just be like, if you're an artist, just being super inspired. Show me more, please, for Capricorn for December. I think Sagittarius season is going to do you really well, especially towards the New Year's, when we're moving to your season. A lot of planets are moving into Capricorn, so for some of you it creates a lot of pressure, but for some of you it creates a lot of relief, either or, right? So if you haven't done the work and you've been stagnant and you've waited till last minute to follow your heart and to listen to your heart and to do what your soul is calling for you to do, then it might just kind of catch you off guard and kind of push you into that transition, so it might feel uncomfortable. But for those of you who have done the work, this is going to be a lot of blessings. Either way, it's a blessing. It just depends on how you look at it. Because you like things to happen calm and smooth and planned. So if it catches you off guard, then you're like, ugh, it feels bad, but it actually is very good. Now, obviously, if you have a lot of mutable placements, then you're not that afraid of change, right? And you can handle fast movement and changes, but it really depends on your chart. Watch your other placements for a fuller scope. Show me more, please. Explain this Ace of Wands for me, for Capricorn. Some of you are releasing something that you've been working on for a long time, that you've been working on the details and constantly going back to and perfecting. And you're finally feeling like, okay, this is the time to come out with it and show it to the world. 9 of Cups. This is a wish fulfillment. So you might have been working on a creative project of some sort, or an emotional process that you really cared a lot about, that was a fantasy or a wish. You may have been working on it for 9 months, some of you 9 years, some of you more, some of you less, whatever. But you have been working. And now it finally feels like it can be birthed into the world, and where you can actually feel it. There's a lot of satisfaction here. Oh my God, this looks so good, Capricorn. I'm so proud of you. Feeling in your realm. Okay, oh, so I have to take them because they fell dramatically. So I have a few cards here. Hold on. Oy vey. Okay. So let's start with the ones who stayed on the table. I have 9 of Swords, which is the third 9 on the table. I have 7 of Wands and 8 of Pentacles. Okay. And then I have King of Swords, the Devil, and 4 of Pentacles. Don't you just love it when the plot gets thickened? Oh my God, okay. Cappy, some of you are dealing with a superiority of some sort, like an authority figure that doesn't feel like they want to give you what you want or what you feel worthy of. They're not into that. This might be for some of you that curveball. One of your biggest lessons, Capricorn, is to learn how to work with your creativity as opposed to your physical body. Now, you have to be physical, of course. You're an earth sign, you're Capricorn. We all do because we're part of this 3D, but in a way that is balanced and doesn't take over the spirited side of your life. Because if there's something that not everyone knows about Capricorns is that, you know, they are the deepest of the deep aspects of the earth. They are the bear of the underworld, the keeper. They stand in the gate and they make sure everyone stays in their place, that the demons don't go to the living, then the living don't wander off to the underworld, and so on. So you get a glimpse of the life and of the darkness, like of the light and of the shadow, the life and the death. So your subconscious is full of really interesting stuff. And when it gets expressed with your creativity, it's magical and healing. But because you are earth, you also have the physical aspects of being the guardian and the keeper and working really, really hard. So there's always that axis for you guys. And when you go in an extreme to suppressing your creativity or your spirituality or your emotions, Capricorns are always suppressing something. And it's part of their journey. When you over suppress something, then things will start happening in order to break down the material world that you are overly focused on. In order to not give you much of a choice other than doing the thing that your spirit wants you to do, that you want you to do. So this curveball that you might be facing, and again, it's not for everyone. I feel like if you're watching this and if this is for you, if this specific aspect of the reading is for you, you already have an inclination to what this is, right? So for those of you who are feeling this curveball or will in December, you should know that this person who's just not seem to be vibing with your truth or what you feel like they should be vibing with, and they're not being supportive and not on your side and kind of maybe against you, or kind of not giving you what you work hard for, it's because Spirit is trying to tell you you're not supposed to give them power over you. This is not the place or the person or the situation to give them power over you. And as I'm saying it, as I'm giving advice and taking my own advice, it clicks. Something clicks for me now. Thank you. I would recommend to not go into a battle with this person. And if it's something that you've already had in mind, should I be here? Should I be with this person? Should I be at this job? Should I do this? Then maybe try it once again. Take it as a road sign, not a roadblock. This person will annoy you. And this is someone that has power over you. The vicarious message here that you're supposed to be taking from this, as far as I can see, take it or leave it, of course, free choice and all, is this person should not have power over you. So being in a state that is dependent on them, and this could be a boss, okay? This could be a parent. This could be so many things. Of course, this could be a partner. This could be a friend. I'm like frenemy, but okay. Don't rely on someone you shouldn't be relying on, because it's just not your best place to be in. Show me more, please. For Capricorns. I will finish up with messages from the animal spirit, and then I'll continue this reading in the extended on Vimeo with a clear focus on your love life. So this was a general tarot reading. I say what I see, but I will ask to direct the cards towards you and your person of interest, or if you're single, then your coming person of interest. Okay. I know how to work with the spread in a way that I can. This is the fun part about being a good tarotchi. I don't need to clarify the shit out of a reading. The cards are so deep and have so many layers. I can be like, okay, what do I see from this when it comes to love? What do I see from this when it comes to people who are partnered? What do I see from this when it comes to single people? I clarify a little bit, but I already have tons of cards on the table in the extended anyway. I have like 16 cards. It's a really big spread. And then I finish up with runes as well. Okay, so a lot of juicy, fun stuff. Okay. Oh, and I'm sorry. Speaking of tarotchi, it's just I have to always remind myself to say, or I forget. I created a lovely tarot masterclass Bunkai, where I teach tarotchi. I teach you how to be a tarotchi. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner or intermediate or a professional. It is very comprehensive. It's 90 classes, and for those who take the buy all, I will add classes moving forward, so you'll get them automatically added to your purchase. So that's a cool little thing to it. But it's a library where you don't have to take everything. You can pick and choose the specific classes you want to know about. Like, let's say you just want to know about the Death card, or you just want to know about the Eight of Pentacles. So, oh yay, Two of Wands. Speaking of studying. So yeah, check it out. The link is below. And you will also find a way to book a private reading with me. And what else? Oh, there's merch. Yee! I don't know when you're watching this. I'm recording this on the 2nd, so until the 4th, there's a promo code with with a discount for the holidays. All the fun stuff are basically in the information box. So go there if you want to know more. Okay. Two of Wands. See, did I not tell you that all of this is going to be super good for you? Yes, it's a crossroad. But it's a damn good one that is leading you somewhere good. It will require you, Ace of Wands and then the Two of Wands, fantastic. It will require you to be proactive when it comes to things you are passionate about, things that you love doing. I see someone making a decision for you that will put you in a spot where you'll have to figure out a creative way to do something, to go about something that will turn out to be way better. Okay? So it's like the last mile to a crossroad where one path is like a circular path that leads to the same mechanism that is not serving you anymore, and one turn leads you to your best future. And I'm getting that the energy is kind of worried about some of you, not all of you, making, like, doing all that, taking that final leap and moving through the bridge and getting there, getting to the crossroad, and then taking the road that leads you right straight back to where you came from. So it kind of puts a lot of rocks and stones and blockages on that path, just to kind of help you choose the better. So like if you see a lot of rocks and stones that like inhibit you from progressing to a place that you think you should go towards, then be like, okay, you're not my enemies, you're my friends, you're just blessings in disguise. That's what you are. Good. One last tarot before I move to the animal spirit for Capricorn for December, please. If you want to study something new and expand on your knowledge on something, now's the time. That's it. That's what I have to say. One more tarot for Cappies for December. Thank you. Oof, I love this. The Chariot. So this could be a physical chariot, like with traveling. This could be an airplane. This could be a boat. This could be a car. This could be a train. Anything. Okay. So this could. You might find yourself physically traveling somewhere or moving somewhere when it comes to this decision or new path that you're taking. Maybe you're signing up for school and you need to travel there. Okay? Maybe you might consider moving a home, so you're traveling to that place just to visit, just to see how you feel about it, just to get a vibe. Some of you are just changing up a little bit your home. Some of you are getting a new vehicle. And some of you are deciding that you want to be victorious in a way that relies on no one. I'm not saying every man is an island and you need to detach from everyone, you don't need anybody. I'm not from that school of thought, not at all. But it's like in specific situation where there was a lot of power plays and power games, you're deciding to no longer be underneath anyone or anything in that way. And you're doing something very proactive and very courageous to be like, I'm the boss of me. And I like that his hand here is on his heart. It's like these two sphinxes want to pull him in different directions that are in accordance to either how society wants them to do, or how the universal spirit wants to place him or her at to benefit the collective, whatever. And this character is here like, wait, I'm a part of this. No, what will benefit me? My heart. And there's no reins. It's like, you can go wherever you want, Sphinxes. I'm driving this thing wherever I want to. Lovely. Let's do the rearrangement. So I have 3 9s. For those of you that are new, I like to look at the numeric value of the cards and the energetic value of the cards, because there's a lot of new yummy stuff that can come up from a reading by doing so. I also do intuitive Babylon numerology. So sometimes it brings up a lot of things to me when I look at the cards in a different way like that. So Chariot, Death, and Devil. 3 9s. King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. I really like this. This is very Libra Taurus, very Venusian influence, very harmonious connection, good conversation, good diplomacy. I'm going to save that to the extended one with the love reading. 1, 2, 7, 8. Okay, put this aside. So, sorry, talking to myself a little bit. This is interesting because I have 3 9s on the table, which is major completion, but also expansion. 9 is the number of the philanthropist and the lecturer, right? The teacher, but not to a person, not to a small group, like international aspects. And here we also have the Chariot, and all 3 cards that have a very strong connection to the underworld, right? We have here Hades, the Greek mythology ruler of the underworld. We have here the devil, the religious ruler of hell, which is an equivalent to the underworld, but not exactly. This is more religious, aka good versus bad, and this is where all the dead go to. And here we have the Chariot, which according to the myth in the Greek mythology, Hades had a chariot where he with it he grabbed Persephone from the kingdom of the living and took her down to the underworld to be his queen. This could be Persephone in a way, although Persephone is embodied by the high priestess. But Persephone was very she was like she was the daughter of Demeter, which was the goddess of life and fertility and birth, and she was an expert. Persephone, she was an expert with plants and herbs and everything that had to do with beauty and health as well. So this is why I kind of am allowing myself to take this Queen of Pentacles as her image. A journey into the underworld. But it's the ruler of the underworld journeying to the underworld. That's what fascinates. Okay. Cappies, did I not tell you you are the keeper, the guardian between the underworld and the living? This is you traveling into the place that you've always guarded, but maybe never fully visited. It's like the bodyguard that stands outside in the gate, make sure that only those who can enter, but never actually enters himself or herself. I feel like psychologically, this is you who are always guarding yourself, your own inner self, your own inner subconscious and underworld, and the space of the shadows of your inner desires and wishes and dreams. Watch November Read, because I named it the best way to get rid of temptation is to yield to it. Oscar Wilde said it, so maybe it's kind of a continuance of that. You're going into your own inner world that you have been so protective of against the outer world that you forgot to visit it yourself. We have here the 9 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. It's like you thought you were protecting it from the outer world when in fact you were protecting it from your own self. You just didn't want to reach in and become conscious of it because it will cause inconvenience maybe, or what's hiding there, or, well, You're going there, Cappy, and it's not as scary as you think it is. In the kingdom of the dead, you will discover life. Boom. Animal spirit. The 3 nines is the really, really big final cycle of a very big cycle, where you finally allow yourself to communicate to yourself who you are and what is within you. You are becoming your own mentor and your own seeker. Animal spirit. A small FYI for cross watchers, this could be the Capricorn that you shouldn't be giving your power to, right? You can reverse the roles. Okay. Animal spirit for my Capricorns, please, for December. Elk. Lovely. It's Earth, right? Earth. Looking into this empty space. This is you looking into your own underworld. I love how they just concluded that. And being inspired by it. Look at his look at the light around him. And being inspired by it. You're finding your own inspiration within yourself. One more card, please. There we go. Scorpio. This is classic. Did we not have Scorpio Taurus, right? Fixed water, fixed earth. Scorpio Taurus, fixed water, fixed earth. Right? Now, although in this deck the Scorpio gets the fire element, for obvious reasons, because Scorpio is water and fire, by the way. I just love how yeah, Capricorn, some of you might be feeling like there's someone that you've trusted their you just trusted them. You found them to be trustworthy and you're realizing that you can't trust them. Crosswatcher, this might be a Capricorn that you thought you can trust but you can't. There's going to be a sting of some sort, but that will allow you to really know the truth about something. Okay? Yeah, someone is going to do something that serves themselves and that isn't necessarily like, the right thing to do. But the fun thing you should know about it is that for you, it's a road sign that allows you to redirect to where you should go. For them, they are building themselves difficult karma at a time where really no one wants to build themselves difficult karma. These are very potent times. There is a split between 3D and 5D, transferring to the 5th dimension when it comes to frequency and energy. our consciousness. When your consciousness expands to a certain level, then the frequency is higher. So that's what, when you hear, like in the spiritual community, people referring to moving into the fifth dimension, that's what it means, basically. So with big power comes great responsibility. So if we're given, if we're going through a transition of expansion of the consciousness, knowing more, understanding more, manifesting more, then we do ought to be worthy and accountable for people around us. And that's how our own higher self and spirit is testing us at this time. Can you be trusted? Can we be trusted with this energy, with this frequency, with this knowledge? So everything you do, even if you think no one is watching or that it can't affect you in any way, if it's not of virtue, then your own higher self is watching. And so if someone is doing that to you, they'll just be left behind. They're going to go into a long, new yet old cycle. There'll be the one who's like the rocks that hold you off from repeating the same karmic cycle. They're going to be the ones that the rocks will suddenly start moving to be like, okay, I guess you should be going through that cycle again. If you do this, this, and that. So someone is doing that to you, they're creating their own karma, and it's going to be heavier. It will just, you're either really rising higher in your frequency or really dropping lower in your frequency. So just do the best you can. Just do the most virtue. And let other people take care of their own karma and choices. And Capricorn, if this is the other way around, if this is you, I would urge you to reconsider. Okay, the big messages generally, do not abuse power, ever. Over someone whom you can, but you can choose to not. Don't take advantage of someone's naivety. Don't take advantage of someone's kindness. I'm not saying that you're doing that. I'm saying that some people are doing that. So that's the general message in case you're facing a dilemma. Everything, you know how they say everything circles back? So things will continue circling back to us. You know, karmic retribution is such a big scary word. But you know, like result, consequence. The good karma is going to be way bigger than it was moving forward, and the negative karma is going to be way bigger moving forward. That's all I have to say. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and press the bell button right next to it to receive a notification that a new video of yours is coming out. And thank you. I really appreciate your support. Every time someone clicks play on one of my videos, I'm humbled and honored, because you can be anywhere and yet you choose to be here, and I'm not above being grateful. So thank you. I will see you in a second in the extended. Have a blessed month, and happy birthday and happy new year and Merry Christmas and happy Hanukkah and former happy Thanksgiving or Indigenous Day. And yeah.